My dear friend, you think you've got troubles. Let me tell you about something that happened to a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, a few years back, up in Toledo, Ohio, I believe it was. They had been trying to have children for 4 or 5 years without success. And then one day, Mrs. Jones says, John, we are going to have this little bundle of joy. So time went by, and Mr. Jones took his wife to the hospital. He waited, and finally the doctor came out. And Mr. Jones says, Doc, is there something wrong? Is my wife okay? And the doctor says, yes, your wife is okay. And Mr. Jones says, has she had the baby yet? And the doc says, well, you might say that. What you've got here, Mr. Jones, is just a head. But it's a perfectly normal head, and can laugh and cry and wiggle its ears and do anything that a normal head would normally do. And the doc says, you and your wife will have to decide whether you're going to take it home and raise it, or whether you want to put it into some institution of some kind. And so Mr. Jones rushed in and talked it over with his wife, and came running out and said, Doc, we have made up our minds. We are going to take it home with us and raise it. And so, my friends, they did, and they found it was a great conversation piece around ice cream parlors and places like that. And my dear friends, they sent him on through grammar school and on through high school, and every year he was head of his class. And the day he finished high school, he started putting in his application all over town for a job. And then he came home and waited and waited. It just seemed that nobody was going to give Head a job. Then one day, my friends, he was by this little hot dog stand, and he asked the man if he needed any help. And the man says, yes, I could use a mustard pointer. And Head got the job. He would sit there on the counter with a pencil in his mouth, and when a customer would come in and order a hot dog and say, where's the mustard, please, Head would point his pencil at the mustard. Oh, my friends, now this was working out good, until one day a wise guy came in and ordered a hot dog and says, hey, Head, where's the... And Head immediately pointed towards the mustard, and then the wise guy says ketchup. Oh, my friends, the boss heard the conversation, and my friend's Head was fired. But now he was lucky. When he got home that night, he had heard from his application at the post office, and he went down and got that job. He would sit there in the lobby, and when people would come by with letters to mail, Head would lick their stamps for them. But my friends, after 6 months, he became a glue addict and had to quit that job. So he went home and stayed. And my friends, he was so depressed. And then one morning, Mrs. Jones came in and said, John, today's the boy's birthday. He's 18 years old. Why don't you take him down to the corner bar and buy him his first drink? So Mr. Jones says, this is a great idea. So he took the boy down to the corner bar, and he said, bartender, this is my son, Head. It's his 18th birthday, and I'm buying him his first drink. So the bartender poured the drinks, and Mr. Jones drank his, and then Head drank his, and immediately a left arm popped out on Head. The bartender says, I am not believing this. And Mr. Jones says, never mind, just pour the boy a double. So the bartender did, my friends, and Head drank it down, and then a right arm popped out on Head. And the bartender says, I am getting out of this joint. And Mr. Jones says, well, all right, but before you go, pour my boy a double. And the bartender did, and Head drank it down, but then just disappeared altogether. Then everything was quiet for a while, and the bartender finally says, you know, Mr. Jones, I think your boy should have quit while he was ahead. Brother George Underbrush, good day.